Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over some more Steam news and updates. If you guys are unaware, back on February 1st, a major Steam client update dropped. Sometimes these Steam client updates only have like a couple of tweaks and a couple of updates, which is fine. You want to consistently have an improved, Steam user experience, but this one was like a major update, so I'm not even going to go over everything that's been refined with it, but there's a ton of fixes. I'll put a link to the Steam blog post in the description box below, and you can check that out. And an unfortunate delay that's, not the biggest thing in the world, but it is something to take note of, given the games that are coming around this time period. So we'll talk all about that in a little bit. But first of all, Steam Client update, February 1st. The new Steam Client has been released and will be automatically downloaded. Chances are you already have this downloaded, probably already, just manually or automatically updated. Nonetheless, general fixes replaced a launch option dialog with new UI that includes a checkbox to remember the user selection. This selection can be changed in-game properties. Changing download regions no longer requires restarting the Steam client. Further optimizations to load times for users with large game libraries. Fix intermittent browser crash while using update news dialog. Fix the controller settings tab not showing up in the game properties menu. Fix DLC hover on the game details page being cropped. Fix several issues related to pop-up dialogues being sized incorrectly. Fix issue with duplicate streaming dialogues appearing on Mac and Linux. And fix background images on a collection on the app details page not being clipped correctly. On top of that, now here is where a lot of the fixes and changes have been implemented. Big picture mode. I want to go over the top few things, and then I'm not going to go through everything just because it's a monster as far as everything that's been done to big picture mode. New big picture mode has been made the default experience for compatibility purposes. Old big picture can now be accessed by using the command line option old big picture. That is something you'll have to add in. Note this functionality will be removed in a future update, so bear that in mind as well. Added support for switching the primary monitor on Windows in settings, display, preferred display. Added an option to start in windowed mode under settings, display, big picture mode, and windowed. Added pin notifications for new inventory items, trade offers, async game turns, moderator messages, offline chat messages, and help request replies in quick access and notifications. A lot of other fixes and changes have been implemented there as well. I'll leave a link in the description box down below because it is a wide range of, a lot of these are super minor, super small changes, but overall making a better big picture experience. On top of that, I don't want to go over everything here as well, but there's been a lot of Steam input changes. Controller configuration, browsing screen can now preview configurations, and the selection process now previews, then applies instead of directly selecting the configuration. Added a search tab to the controller layout browser screen, added direct navigation to controller inputs and modes from the preview screen, added upper grips as an option for mode shifts, added support for the Armor X Pro gamepad in PS4 mode, added a specific Xbox Elite layout preview page, added a specific Switch Pro layout preview page, added support for the Thrustmaster eSwap Pro controller, Xbox Show controller settings, in-app properties game for non-Steam games. A lot of other changes have been implemented as well in these Steam input changes, and I won't go through everything, but I will leave a link to the Steam blog post with all of the details as far as this February 1st gargantuan update, as far as small update and patch notes. This is a smaller update, however, it's small in the sense that none of these things are super major and refining the overall experience, but there's a ton of stuff that is outlined in the client update. So again, link in the description box below on that. Alright, moving on from that, this is some unfortunate information, but The Last of Us Part 1 on PC has been delayed by just a couple weeks. It'll still be dropping in March, but it will be coming at the end of March on March 28th. I believe the game was scheduled for March 3rd. Yeah, March 3rd. It was a few days after the scheduled release of the day before. So how about that? The two zombie games that were supposed to be released in March. Actually, two of many, but nonetheless, two major ones. One of them has been delayed for a long time. Day Before just got some new gameplay though, so take that for what you will. Last of Us, obviously, we know that this game is legit. We know that this game is making smooth progress, and it's just a case of the game needing more time to be polished. Okay, so the official post notes, The Last of Us fans, let's get right into it. We initially announced The Last of Us Part 1 PC release would be March 3rd, but we've decided to push its launch date out by just a few weeks. It'll now be released on March 20th. We at the studio have been completely blown away by the outpouring of love and support for The Last of Us these last few weeks. Hearing your love for the HBO adaptation, seeing your beautiful photo mode shots, and learning about how the world and characters our studio created nearly a decade ago continue to reach new and old fans alike floors us every day. We know a lot of you have been revisiting the story that started it all with The Last of Us Part 1 on the PlayStation 5 console, and we realize many of you have been excited to jump in, some for the first time when Part 1 hits PC. And so we want to make sure that The Last of Us Part 1 PC debut is in the best shape possible. These additional few weeks will allow us to ensure this vision of The Last of Us lives up to your and our standards. We are so excited to bring The Last of Us Part 1 to a new platform, reaching new and returning players with Joel and Ellie's unforgettable story of survival, and we hope that you'll continue to look forward to its PC release on March 28th. The Naughty Dog team appreciates your support and enthusiasm, and we look forward to sharing more about The Last of Us Part 1's PC version soon. Endure and survive, coming from Naughty Dog. Look, I am not a big fan of delays, of course, but delays for PC releases, absolutely, take a couple weeks if needed. You would much rather taking a couple weeks than having a game launch with even a minor issue that ultimately deters people from playing a game. Like, let's say Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol's stuttering issues, it seemed like they were made aware of that very quickly, and they worked to fix that very quickly. However, it was a game-breaking experience. If a minor fix like that can be implemented over the course of a couple weeks, do it. Delay the game, rather it be delayed by just a couple weeks. Hell, in the case of something that notable, it could be delayed by a couple months. Just get it to a state where the game is running as smooth as can be when it does drop on PC, because I fully expect this game, especially with how well the HBO television adaptation has been doing. This game is very much in the news cycle. I fully expect this game to do incredibly well on Steam, even at a full $60. I foresee this game to do really, really well. Maybe not Spider-Man numbers, maybe not God of War numbers, because I feel like a lot of for those games, they still did have that novelty of, oh, it's a PlayStation game releasing on PC. I feel like that has completely dissipated. Like, at this point, PlayStation games on PC, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's gonna be happening, so the novelty from that aspect has worn off. But you could also make the argument, hey, Last of Us is an iconic game. This is a big game, just as big as God of War, and then you also have the tie-in that so many people are watching this HBO adaptation, and we saw what a quality television series did for The Witcher. That game jolted up in sales, and not only that, we already have metrics that showcase that this Last of Us HBO adaptation has jolted up sales for the PlayStation versions of Last of Us that's already out. Last of Us Remastered, as well as Last of Us Part 1 on PlayStation 5, and you know, we won't have a before and after to gauge with The Last of Us Part 1, but what we will have is The Last of Us Part 1 debuting around the time that the HBO series is probably at, like, its height. I don't know how many episodes the HBO series is at, but I imagine it would be over by March 28th. So yeah, something to consider there as well. Obviously, it is getting a season 2. Yeah, it'll be airing for just 9 episodes, so it's not like this is super, super lengthy. So like another 6 weeks of episodes. Episode 9 is scheduled for March 12th. So right after the HBO series concludes is when you're going to get the release of this. So I think, you know, the momentum is absolutely going to be there. And if they do a quality job with the port, I think it'll do rather well, all things considered. But that is going to be doing it for me. Again, Steam gets a major client update, dropped on February 1st, but a litany of updates dropping with that. And unfortunately, Last of Us Part 1 has seen a minor delay. It will now be released on March 28th. Not a big deal. I still foresee this being a game that does very well on PC. And again, with the reception of the HBO adaptation, I think everything's going to come together for this game to do really, really well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.